We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros Blabs.
Yo, my androids, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SidescrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday to you. Did you have a good weekend? It was busy. It was. Us too. Great to see you guys. Welcome back after a long week of playing arcade games and podcasting, and it's a pretty good week. So good, in fact, that Blabs has decided to ditch the camera and just hide behind her avatar. Hello, Blabs. Good morning.
Hello. How's it
Hello.
going?
Excellent. How are you?
I've been better.
Are you sick?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's been fun. I thought it was allergies, but then the allergies never went away. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then my ears popped so badly on the plane yesterday when I was landing. And I couldn't hear out of my ear for over 12 hours. I'm finally only hearing out of it.
So
I'm
sad.
finally only hearing out of my left ear in the last hour or so. I'm like, I can hear. You know, that scene in Robin Hood when...
Okay, so here's the thing, guys. I'm sorry. I know she's having a rough one. We're just going to help her power through.
Hey, I was talking about Robin Hood Men in Tights. You know that scene? He's all like, lend me your ear.
Phoenix, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, actually. Craig, do you keep hearing bloop, 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 bleep, bleep, bleep? When I got home alone in my apartment, I kept hearing arcade sounds because of the deafening silence in my place. And I kept hearing the bloops and blops, and it was driving me a little crazy. We lived there for 4 days.
Yes, I saw your tweet about that.
Yeah.
And it was when you're surrounded by it for hours and hours and hours. It was weird because after a while at Push Start Play in Louisville, Texas, where we had our arcade marathon event, I wanted to go back this weekend because it felt kind of like home in a weird way. I'd kind of bonded with the venue itself. So, tell you what though, it was a really great event. Had a lot of Friday was awesome. A lot of great people came out. I'll tell you, for being such short notice, I was genuinely I was shocked at the amount of people that came out based off of 1 week's notice. It was great. A lot of folks from Dallas Fort Worth, which I think really says a lot to how many people watch our show. We had a lot of people who were like, "Hey." I had people at Dave & Buster's on Monday who were like, my coworker watches your show and he doesn't want to tell anybody. It's like we're this inside club. It's pretty great. Well, let's see if Blabs is done telling her story about Robin Hood Men in Tights. So
I'm done telling my story about Robin Hood Men in Tights.
And then
now.
the credits ran. The end.
That's right. Well, joining us here on this wonderful Monday, I'm positive she is not sick at all. She is, in fact, super healthy. So much health that maybe she can pass some on to Blabs in a weird way. Everyone welcome Amalgamite back to the show. Hello, Mal.
Hi.
Howdy.
I will try to do some voodoo magic to send some good health Blabs way so
Give
she
me
doesn't
your
die.
vitamins.
I got a few. I got
Thanks,
a few.
man.
Can you swallow the pills?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll shove them down your throat then. You're
That's
good.
weird. Okay.
Well, we're off to a great start today. All right.
Well, we gotta make her better.
Yeah.
Hey, Craig.
What's that?
You
I
gotta
don't know if
lower
you saw
your
my
mic,
private
Craig.
message. Lower the dBs by about 4.
By about 4. Okay, so I was a little.
Oh,
now
4.
you brought me up. Now we're gonna bring me back down. Sounds good. That should be good.
Yeah.
Was that a little too hot?
Yeah, a little hot. I think now that you're talking big into the mic, yeah, bring it down before. You're good.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate the heads up on that. All right, so if you are new and you like to hear me talk very hot into a microphone, hit the subscribe button. Join the 140,000 normal men who have found us over on YouTube. The nearly 40,000 who have found us over at rumble.com/sidescrollers, where all of our content ends up over there, which is just wonderful. A quick update. We had our Ecco the Dolphin challenge, and we squeaked past it on Friday as we had a great week of content over at the Arcade Marathon. They powered us over the line, baby, which is great. So we need to get that on the schedule. Me playing Ecco the Dolphin. It actually just hit me, like literally as I was saying that. The power down of having to play that
Hello,
shit.
darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, very much so.
That needs to be called like the Kick the Stool podcast stream. Like that's where you're just going to see your feet dangling from the top of the frame.
I think I'll just call it Ecco the Dolphin Hell. That's usually
Okay.
the way to describe those punishment streams here. So yes, we will get that on the schedule, get that ready to go for you guys, and be ready to go. Hey, speaking of things that are ready to go, did you know? Actually, no, you didn't, because I'm about to tell you. As of this second, right now, over on Side Scrollers Plus, all of our Plus members have an opportunity to watch the Real Game Awards, this edition, before it's posted on YouTube later this week. I'm thinking Wednesday for that, Phoenix. What do you think about that on Wednesday? Do you think Wednesday's a good day for that?
Wednesday sounds like a very good day for that. Yeah.
All right, we'll do it Wednesday in the evening. We'll make sure it's posted for everybody. We'll, let's say 7 p.m. Central. How's that sound? It's nice award show time, I guess, right?
Love it.
Okay, sounds good. 7 p.m. on Wednesday, the Real Game Awards hits YouTube and Rumble and everywhere else. We'll premiere it so everybody can watch it together and be ready to go. But if you want to watch it right now, you can watch it over on Side Scrollers Plus. It was a really fun show. Right now, it's only been available to those who were in attendance last Monday, which was a week ago already. Holy shit, man. Golly, these things are going crazy fast.
That was the fastest week ever.
Yes.
That really was.
It was. So anyways, and by the way, you can still join Side Scrollers Plus for free by using promo code FREE and giving it a go, trying it out, and seeing if it's up your stream or whatever the phrase is. Yeah, that too. Anyways,
Nailed
join
it.
us over there. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that, Phoenix. Speaking of nailing it, we are talking about a couple high quality content producers today. And today's showdown will tie in to that discussion. So Phoenix, do we have a graphic for this today?
We do have a graphic for this. You ready?
Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, today's Side Scroller Showdown is... Excitement is palpable. You can hear everybody on their feet, ready for the excitement. It is Angry Joe versus Hasan Piker. Oh boy, what does that mean, Phoenix?
I think that means it's a mayonnaise eating contest between these two titans of the internet.
That's right. Angry Joe versus Hasan Piker in a mayonnaise eating competition. They're going to nom, 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 eat up all that mayonnaise.
I hate you. Stop that.
So the question truly is, who do you think gobbles the mayonnaise more? Is it Angry Joe or Hasan Piker? You can let us know with your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants, and we will tally it all up, ready to go. It's important because this is a conversation that is had quite frequently on the internet. I know this for a fact. I've seen this constantly, and I'm glad to finally be able to settle this argument here. So, I was actually walking down the street and I saw like a little 8-year-old kid and he's like, you know what? I think Angry Joe gobbles more mayonnaise than Hasan Piker. And I was like, well, here we go. Mal, are you familiar with Angry Joe and or Hasan Piker?
Definitely Hasan.
Yes.
Angry Joe less so.
Okay. So we'll get to Angry Joe and we'll introduce you to him in a little bit. Now, to be clear, I do know Joe. I actually invited him out to an event a long time ago, but he's always been a pretty okay guy to me. I really have no beef with Angry Joe. He's just kind of been broken over the years from the Orange Man. So we'll see how
TDS.
that goes. Yes, in a major way. And there has always been a question about mayonnaise eating when it comes to content creators, and today
Naturally.
we settle that. So just so you know, today, March 3rd, 2026, when people look back on this age-old question of who gobbles more mayonnaise, Angry Joe or Hasan Piker, they will look to this show, March 3rd, 2026, and say, that was the day it was decided.
My vote's for Angry Joe, even though I don't know him that well. Saying
Okay.
that Hasan Piker refused to beat the Candyman in the ring. I don't think he has it. I don't think he has it. Plus, he'll probably just say mayonnaise is white supremacy or something like that.
Good point. I think mayonnaise truly, if there's ever been a more white person food, I'm pretty sure it's mayonnaise. I don't know. Is mayonnaise the most white person food there is?
You know what? I'll say it is because I love mayonnaise.
Oh boy.
Who is this guy?
Did you
It's
hear the yell?
Crazy Ernie from Crazy Ernie's Used Car Emporium.
It appears text to speech is back here to start the month, as Phoenix has joined us remotely, which means when you hear Crazy Ernie yelling in the background, that means there's only, mainly one culprit to that. And that means Shamsa just started off March in a major way.
Oh, wow.
With a $1,000 direct donation.
It's time for developers.
Developers. Yes!
Yes, indeed. Absolutely insane. Shamsa, you're going on the wall first this month. And by the way, brand new color this month.
Ooh.
Blabs.
Ooh, for luck of the Irish.
That's right. Your
Did you
request right
notice
there.
I left you a sticky note on the wall?
I did. I threw it in the trash.
Oh, my.
That's just rude, bro. I literally left him a sticky note that said Blabs was here, wondering how long he would take to notice it. We just threw it out. Pretty rude, actually.
Yeah, right in the trash, Blabs.
Why? I literally put it on like Friday.
I know. It was really cute. Right in the trash.
Oh.
Anyways, Shamsa, thank you so much for the insane start to the month. Let's have a record month, y'all. We got 31 days. 31 days of fun in March, right? 31 days, 30 days?
I believe that'd be 31.
31 days of March. Let's have a record month, y'all. Let's do it. Armis came in with 5. Says, once again, I want to thank you for this past week. Truly amazing form of entertainment. And thank you, chat and community. Nothing like this would have been done without you. This is true. Craig, don't ever interrupt Robin Hood Men in Tights. It's one of my favorite movies. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
My bad, Armis. My bad.
That was awesome that we got to meet Aramis, too, by the way.
Uh-huh.
That was amazing.
Uh-huh. Yes, Armis. By the way, pretty good-looking guy.
Very good looking and very wise and sage. He pulls you, like you're on your way to the bathroom, he'll pull you aside like,
He pulls you aside. Ah!
Perfect timing.
Crazy Ernie from Crazy Ernie's Used Car Emporium.
How much for the green sticker?
$50. Shamsa with another $500 donation.
all right, we got to dance.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead.
Okay, you ready? Here we
Yes,
go.
yes. Shamsa, I'm going to just give you another yellow because it's stupid high. You know what I should have said, Shamsa? $7 million.
Should have put your pinky up too while you're at it.
Yes, absolutely. That's just.
Thank you so much, Shamsa.
It goes without saying, yes. And there's
It
another
will?
yellow for you. Unbelievable. Armis also says, don't know why Streamlabs didn't take the full amount. So just throwing this on the table, like my dignity, playing in video game Armageddon and walking away. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Thank you, Armis. Yes, we need to cut that together. Video Armageddon. We got a lot coming up for you guys, which is great. Shamsa, we'll get you on the wall here in just a second as well. All right. Let's see. We got this right off the bat. It says barbecue chicken, onion cheddar pizza from Be the Silent. Wow. Okay. We're starting off strong with.
They're still on that.
Yeah,
we're still on that topic.
We're still on the. Yeah, absolutely. we talked last week about at depth about the idea of pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
Mal, do you have any thoughts on the pineapple on pizza debate?
I love pineapple, but not on pizza. No. No, no, pizza's a savory thing and doesn't need the tartness and the sweetness of pineapple. No, it needs to stay far, far away from pizza.
Well, Mal, I have bad news for you.
Oh.
When our chat decided on this, it was a nearly 2-1 in favor of pineapple on pizza, and that debate has been decided, unfortunately.
They're
for
just
you.
wrong.
No,
Like-
actually, you're wrong, Mal. I'm sorry. That's
Well, you know what? The chat's wrong, and I will die on this hill.
Wow. Okay.
Oh boy.
Godzilla Greaser says, thanks again for the great time, Craig. Hope this becomes much more frequent thing, considering how close together we live. Well, thank you, Godzilla Greaser. Appreciate that, my man. Yeah, we are working on our next event already. We'll have more about that soon, for sure. We have this from Y Incarnate. It says, Blab's finally going Socko mode right there. And
Yay.
Scope says, that Virtual Boy Phoenix, true man of culture. Let's go.
Thank you. I now have 2 virtual boys, Craig. I know how much you're engaged and locked in on this conversation, but I now have 2. I have the original and I have the Switch edition version. I thought you should know that. And we should stop the show for that.
Phoenix, thank you very much for letting me know.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. That's really wonderful. Mal, you ever played you know what you should put on your model is a Virtual Boy. I think that'd be awesome. Do you know?
Yes.
Do you know what a Virtual Boy is, Mal?
Not off the top of my head. Is it like an
Please say it's the
emulator?
greatest console of all time.
Oh, no.
You know who I bet can help you with that? Phoenix. Phoenix, do you have any Virtual Boys available that you can show?
I might be able to do that. Just give me 1 second.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Gear came in and says, not with Joe Vargas again. Am I going to punch him in the face after I'm canceling my trip towards Barcelona? Is it MWC? Who's more angry? Gear, I don't know, but there's $5 for Joe right there. Good luck with that. Winterfell says, remember last week when Orange Man was a dictator and now the loony left mad? He took down a dictator again. Yeah, it's been interesting to see. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. Valuemore says, yesterday we learned that Mal shouldn't be trusted with guns, a vampire insanity magic, or anything really. And Atari and Porkers can attest. What's going on with that, Mal?
So Arch has started a Vampire the Masquerade campaign that we are role playing, and we are playing as Nazi vampires. Set in 1941.
Just for the record, nothing happened in restrooms than what restrooms are made for. Had a good laugh at the timing of that. Also don't know if it was noticeable, but green is one of my 3 color schemes. So give me the green sticky note, please.
All right, Aramis. There's Aramis for a $50 direct donation right there. Aramis, thank you very much. And yes, you will get the first green sticky of the day. And first boobs of the month. Wow, look at that. That's quite impressive. So, Mal, you were saying Nazi vampire...
Role playing, yeah. We are role playing as Nazi vampires. Start date is 1941. But this is all thanks to Arch, by the way. So to be expected. And I rolled 2 critical fails, and I actually shot my teammates twice.
Did you then put them in a gas chamber?
Accident.
No, because they weren't part of a certain tribe. They were just filthy Soviets instead.
Oh.
And so they didn't get a helicopter ride because we didn't have helicopters, but they got
Okay. Good to know. Phoenix, you had an update for Mal here with this thing. Oh yeah, please.
Yeah. So we got the Virtual Boy here, and also the Virtual Boy also over here. And Craig, and I'll explain this to you in 1 second. Which one do you think is the real one? Hold up. Which is the original? Hold up.
I'm looking. Yes. Okay, I see. Ooh, side by side. They actually look very similar here. Would you mind rotating them, please? Rotating them a little bit right there. Let's see. I'm looking for. Oh, it's definitely the real one. Is definitely the one on the on your right hand. Yes.
Incorrect.
Oh wow. Show it to me one more time. Rotate them. Okay. Oh, you have your switch in there right now. Do you have your switch in the right one?
I do not.
Then why am I seeing red reflecting out of the eye hole right there on the right? Oh, that's just the light bulb. Okay. I'm just being a dummy. All right. Well, that's cool. So it's actually very close.
It's extremely close. Now, if for I know you're wondering what this is. What is this crazy thing? The answer is the greatest console of all time. Now, how great is it, you ask? Well, what happens is when you put your face in it, a blinding red light absorbs your entire face. And in about 2 minutes in, you start getting a splitting headache, and you start noticing that your vision has just been degraded by a couple of notches permanently. Yes. But then you might be saying, is it worth it? Answer, yes, it is worth it, because the games are great and the 3D effect is incredible.
So now you know, Mal. Now you know what the Virtual Boy is.
Isn't this the first attempt of real VR, and then it flopped so bad it stopped them from doing VR for decades?
Yes.
Okay, I do know this actually.
Yes. It was definitely a shit
correct.
stain on Nintendo's great legacy over the years.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like $29 like 2 weeks later.
Iron Morgan came in with the $20 super chat. Says, thank you very much. Says, hello, Craig, Blabs, and Phoenix. Seeing you guys at the arcade meetup in Texas on Friday was amazing and just what I needed to get my mind off things. Thank you all for taking the time from your personal lives to meet your fans. Iron Morgan, thank you very much, man. It was great to meet you. It was great to meet everybody out there. I was genuinely super happy with how things went out there, and we look forward to giving everybody. That's the one thing we've heard, and it's a justified complaint. Was, hey, we didn't have enough time, and we said, hey, we know. We're going to give you guys plenty of time moving ahead, plenty of time to plan for our next big event, especially at that arcade. Professor Plaguebat says, to give Craig more dread, Sega looks to be doing a modern remake, doing a remake of Ecco the Dolphin. For Phoenix, your intro clip reminds me of the 2009 Flash game, Don't Shit Your Pants.
Well, there's a game I'm playing tonight.
Have you never played Don't Shit Your Pants?
No, is that almost like text adventure game? Well, it's not. It's like an adventure game where your whole goal is to not shit your pants. And yes, I think the idea is it's something like the answer is just don't shit your pants or something like that.
It's impressive. If memory serves correct, Don't Shit Your Pants was a landmark in when there's
a skid mark, if you will.
Thank you, Phoenix. Appreciate that. Yes, in video game history. Dan says, morning side scrollers. I'm just going to vote Angry Joe. I've been watching him over the years. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. We'll check in on those in just a minute. Yeti says, poor Blabs, but don't worry. We can rebuild her. Stronger, faster, Blabser. But seriously, hope you feel better, Blabs. 10 for Hasan. Okay.
Thank you.
So for those of you just joining, the side scroller showdown today is very simply, who eats more mayonnaise? Angry Joe or Hasan Piker?
And messy too. It can get all over the face and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. Let's see. We have StreamYard rejecting messages from 5 times from George.
StreamYard's rejecting everything. Hang on, let me pull up his super chat because I've tried 10 times. Here it is. Jewish as fuck for 5. He's basically singing this, saying, ding dong, that bitch is dead. A big old bomb fell on his head. Ding dong, the Ayatollah's dead. Thanks for the song, bro.
2 of them, apparently.
So, there you have it. The end.
Well, let me say this about all this stuff. I am not when it comes to international policy and international politics, I am not exactly what you'd call an expert in that. But what I do notice when it comes to all this stuff happening in the world, which we're going to get to very shortly, is it does seem like the people living in those countries seem very happy that these things are happening. And the people who are most upset about it are white liberal women.
Also known as commies, yeah.
Well, we'll talk more about that shortly. St. D says, Angry Joe is my pick. Hasan will only want male juice from Twitch CEO. Oh, okay, thank you, Saint. All right. CG Hero came in and says, Hasan's been known to frequent gay bars in LA, just as that Star Wars girl, so he will likely win the mayo checking competition. This is just a mayo competition, that's all. It's nothing more than that, that's all. Yeah, don't make it weird, CG Hero. We also have 5 for Hasan Hasan to turkey with mayo sandwich. Thank you so much to SPQR 2008 for 5 for Hasan. Wasp says the leadership in Iran is dead. We sank 9 Iranian naval vessels and destroyed their central naval command building. It's insane that this is happening in my lifetime. Thank you, Wasp. Yeah, there's a lot of insanity happening in the world right now. Caller came up and says, FYI, guys, Amal is refusing to take one for the team and become Elon's 5th baby mama. We all know this because she has to secure funding for our brony nationalist domination of the culture war. Speak to her. What's going on with that? You don't want to get impregnated by Elon? What's up with that?
Last week, or a few days ago, Elon actually responded to one of my tweets.
Oh.
And Arch then once again Arch is now having a harassment campaign for me to become Elon's baby mama again.
Reasonable. That's reasonable.
Yeah. You know, Elon replies to me, forgets me 5 minutes later, and I'm already being set up to be his next e-girl to get the IVF treatment. Maybe I'll go as crazy as Ashley St. Clair. We'll never know.
You could be set for life. Just one pop from Elon and you're good to go. You know what I mean?
I'd rather pass.
Oh.
Like, he already has, like, I think 12 kids or something like that. And, like, 4 or 5 baby mamas. And he does IVF and all that fun stuff. And I don't want any part of that. I'm content. No amount of money in the world is is comparable to the amount of drama and headache that would be. So, you know, I'm good.
Well, with that said, speaking of Elon's children, we had this on our run sheet today. Thank you, Blabs, for this. Did you see his dick swinging child over here? We're doing the runway over here.
Don't forget that dick swinging dress between his legs.
Well, yeah, it's almost like a metaphor right there. Yeah, look at his big old. Yeah.
I'm not like a runway walk specialist. I barely wear dresses as it is, but I feel like it's not supposed to flap between his legs. Like, this is a runway walk. You're supposed to showcase, 1, how attractive you are, and 2, what you're wearing. And
his man boobies jiggling.
Well, I also think that there's like, you shouldn't look like you're stomping into the ground every step.
That's a zombie walk.
It is very zombie walk.
Like, he's trying so hard to, like, shake his hips to do the typical, like, seductive walk that women do.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just doesn't work at all.
Would you like to know why, Mal?
Oh, because he's a man.
Because he's a man. That's right. Because he's a man. Yeah, very, very good, Mal.
He's got the upside down triangle instead of the hourglass.
That's right. Well, there we are. All right. So thank you for that. All right, we have a lot to get to today as we pussyfoot around our show today, as we recover from a long week of insanity. We're glad you're with us. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. And if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you guys to join us when we're live Monday through Friday. By the way, we are getting back to posting videos on the channel. So make sure you guys, we have another one going up at 3 o'clock this afternoon, little snippets. I think I'm going to start posting, 2 o'clock Central, shortly after the show. So we're going to get back to posting more and more clips of the show because last week we were busy and we're
pretty busy.
So, yeah, pretty busy. So I'm going to try to get a new clip from the show up every day at 2, a couple of them. In the afternoon, because I'm handling that up. So make sure you guys look out for those. Would really appreciate if you guys watch those and continue to keep us in your feed, which is great. All right, with that said, friends, let's get to it. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for hard news.
Hard news.
You know something? Earlier today, I was brushing my teeth. Ooh. And I'm not kidding when I say this. This is actually a real story. I was brushing my teeth, and I looked at my toothpaste, and I said to myself, what is toothpaste made of? Because I really don't know. Have you guys ever thought about that before?
The answer is not a lot of good stuff. In modern toothpaste, not good.
Yeah. I don't know the exact ingredients, but I do try to get more natural toothpaste as possible. Because it's just there's so much crap that's in it. Obviously, fluoride's a huge issue.
I've heard all sorts of things. Like the best thing you do is brush your teeth with like baking soda. That's the thing that I've always
Yeah,
heard.
I've heard that too.
Can be abrasive though for your enamel.
The, baking soda or just toothpaste?
Baking soda, yeah. Because like I've got years of like my teeth are a little discolored because of years of smoking, and I always wanted to use baking soda to get rid of it, but my dentist like, yeah, you're gonna tear your enamel. Be careful. So it's good and bad.
Well, maybe, and I've also heard brushing it with like white vinegar. I think I've also been like, who wants to taste vinegar every day? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, you know what's not in your toothpaste? Reese's peanut butter.
Until now, hopefully.
Now, let's go. That's right. Reese's
no.
releases toothpaste that tastes like it's chocolatey peanut butter cups.
It's the end of civilization. Here we
That's
go.
right. We have reached it. The insanity that is Reese's peanut butter cup toothpaste. We have done it.
No.
This is not a drill, they said. The unmistakable Reese's peanut butter cup chocolate and peanut butter flavor that you all know. It is 100% real. Selling for $19, $18.40. Golly.
Can you imagine like you haven't had a cavity in like a decade? You go to the dentist, like, good Lord, you've got 30. What have you been doing? Well, I've been painting my teeth with Reese's peanut butter chocolate.
Mal, are you a fan of Reese's peanut butter?
Oh no.
Actually, a little bit, yeah.
Would you want to brush your teeth with it?
No. Like, one, how many people are going to eat this, actually? That's my first question is, how many people are actually going to swallow their toothpaste because
Right.
it actually tastes like it? But then the other question is, does it actually taste like it? Because there's like all these like knockoffs, like they do these like weird special things like this where it's supposed to be a flavored whatever the brand is. And it doesn't take anything like it. It tastes like a worse version of it. I feel like it would almost be disgusting.
Oh.
As well. If
Go ahead.
if they're
Mal,
not
sorry.
successful.
You know, you guys, we talked about this briefly last week. It was just kind of like a side conversation, but you know how when you set your alarm in the morning and you're like, I'm going to set my alarm to like my favorite song, and I'm going to wake up every morning and it's going to be the best song ever. And then like a week later, you're like, I fucking hate that song. Right?
Yeah. Well, you associate it with the worst thing ever now.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're doing the same thing with toothpaste here, where you're like, man, I really love that Reese's peanut butter. And then you're like, no. And then like by Thursday, you're like, I never want to taste that fucking taste again. It's the worst taste in the world. So
Yeah, that's too much.
yes, when someone came to Reese's peanut butter, whoever came to this idea and pitched it, I think it's like the product team. They should be like, I think that's a little too far there, Fred. Fred, let's go put that one back in the idea bin right there.
And then I have to wonder, like, okay, so there's no actual real peanut butter or chocolate in it because it's toothpaste, and it did say it's sugar free. So what have they added to it to make it taste like it? Like
Now, I
what
wanna be really
slop
clear.
is there?
Now,
Like-
there's no peanut butter or chocolate in Reese's peanut butter cups either. I just want to.
I mean, okay, fair enough, but like still.
Well, this is not the first time we've had horrible ideas for toothpaste flavors. But before we get to that one, Blabs, what are your thoughts on Reese's peanut butter toothpaste?
I really like Reese's peanut butter, but I don't want it as a toothpaste. No thanks.
You sound so sad.
I am sad.
But Blabs,
no.
would you like? I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Oh,
This is
dear.
so fucking stupid. Would you like fried chicken flavored
Oh
toothpaste?
no.
Oh,
Oh no.
where are all these coming from? Who's approving this?
We're so doomed at it, but
Is
it's
this
at least we're
also-
going down laughing because
Oh my
we're
God,
doomed.
it is also in Australia. What's wrong with the land down under? Australia and New Zealand for these. What the fuck,
Did they
dude?
need to find ways to make them brush their teeth or something? Is there an epidemic over there?
I mean, when you're in Australia, I feel like because you're upside down, you don't have a lot of brain cells. So, yeah.
Wow.
I feel like it'll taste better than the Reese's though. but maybe it's because I'm hungry.
Reese's?
Whoa. You
She
think
said
that the fried
Reese's?
chicken toothpaste would taste better than the Reese's peanut butter
Rubbing,
toothpaste?
painting your teeth with chicken?
At least it won't get old as fast. I feel like.
Really?
I don't know.
Wait,
How
hold
about we
on,
mix the two? Chocolate and
Oh,
chicken.
Ooh.
Okay, no.
Oh my god. So there's like certain things that should not become like liquid form, right? Are you the type of person, Mal, that would have like those wacky sodas that have like that are like fried chicken soda or like fried zucchini soda, and it just they're like a bright neon blue for some reason, and you're like, Are you
No,
that type of person who try
actually-
those?
No. I don't know. I think it's because I'm kind of hungry. Like we talked about pizza earlier, and now we got Reese's and KFC, and just like I'm imagining how they actually really taste, and it's like, oh, that sounds good, and not like that. My mind's not tricking itself into believing that it's toothpaste yet.
Mal, I have bad news for you.
Hmm.
Arch has broken you.
I'm painfully aware he
Okay.
he has successfully groomed me at this point.
Oh, that's
So-
good. Arch is a pro groomer. He's
Yes.
definitely weird when
Yeah.
it comes to that. All right. But hey, we're not done. We're not done with
good.
we yes. Listen, you didn't know you were in for toothpaste talk today.
No, but I love it.
If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join us on a day-to-day basis. Here we are. Because hey, we've had Reese's or Reese's, depending on the person that you're speaking with.
It's Reese's. Let's be real.
Okay. That's
Reese's.
what
No,
Will
no.
Reese's.
Will, whatever his name is, says in the commercials. He says Reese's. So, anyways, we've had Reese's, we've had KFC fried chicken, and why not just throw down good old hair?
What?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, Phoenix, this could fit you perfectly, because scientists say hair-based toothpaste could prevent tooth decay. There, Phoenix. This is a win-win for you, buddy. You don't want to break down that enamel, or Phoenix. You can have your baking soda and then follow it up by brushing more with hair.
With hair. Don't worry, dentist. I'm now scrubbing my teeth with hair now, so we're good on the fucking baking soda.
That's right. This is a formula that uses keratin protein extracted from hair or wool to create a crystal-like structure that draws the calcium and phosphate, rebuilding enamel in the process right here. So there's the science behind it right there. And there's a lady definitely not brushing her teeth with hair. So there's that. The scientist says it could be available within 2 years, once daily use toothpaste. Any interest in brushing your hair with
with teeth?
It should not be. You should not be brushing your hair with toothpaste, and you shouldn't be brushing your teeth with hair. Those two things should not cross over on the Venn diagram of personal health
Yeah,
care.
pretty rhetorical. Can't believe that even needs to be explained.
Mal, how much would it take?
Here we are.
What's the dollar amount for you to have for you to brush your teeth with hair for a month?
Thing is, because like it's not actual like hair strands, so it's not gonna be like flossing them like your teeth with it. It's not gonna be stuck there. And I could kind of see the argument for it.
Mal, you're
But
part you're part of the problem, Mal.
It's kind of weird though, so I'd probably say like no, I don't know. I'm a cheap horse, so probably just a few hundred, like let's say 500, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just one stay, Well, I'll tell you, I think there's maybe we'll when it does finally hit the market, Blabs will be the first one with a tube ready to rub that all over her teeth. Right, Blabs?
No, I'm good. Thank
Maybe
you.
maybe that's your secret. You have great white, wonderful straight teeth. Maybe you've been brushing with hair all along.
Shit, I've been caught.
That's right. Well, now we know. Excellent. All right, well, listen, we're here to keep you guys updated for all your personal healthcare needs. And
Stay tuned for tomorrow for what we have then.
yes. Make sure you subscribe for that. Whether it's Reese's peanut butter, fried chicken, or hair, we got your
Which of the three would you do? You have to pick.
Chicken!
Reese's.
You really? So that's the ladies both want to smear chicken on their teeth.
Yeah, pretty fucked up. Pretty weird.
I'm sorry. You'd rather put fake chemicals of chocolate and peanut butter?
Oh, okay. Thank God. The chicken definitely wasn't chemicals either.
At least it's a real chicken.
You think they're hold on? You think they're actually grinding up chicken,
I hope
fried
so.
chicken?
I really hope so, man.
I would
Give
probably-
me Chick-fil-A, Craig.
I like that Blab sounds like when you're sick, you sound like a defeated 5-year-old.
You just lost a game of hopscotch.
Oh,
sad.
everything sucks.
I just want ground up chicken on my teeth, Dad.
It hurts to laugh.
So sad.
Oh, no.
It's a great way to say it right there. Hey, Jay Toma came into the tin, says, also, most fluoride added to water comes from China now, so it can't be trusted. Add with it taken internally can reach poisonous levels. Is more reason to remove it. Thank you, Jay Toma. Appreciate that. Yes, fluoride is in the water is a bad idea. I think
Don't worry, we're substituting it with chocolate, so everything's fine.
That's right. You got Reese's, it's all right. G Toma also says, have y'all heard of the comic/cartoon Simon's Cat? There's a game tie-in, Neil, and Blab should play it on stream. I'm not familiar with Simon's Cat. Anybody heard of this before?
Nope.
No, me neither. Thanks for the heads up, though. Dan says, okay, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, May and toothpaste is a bit too far for me. I'll give the Reese's cereal a pass, but it's delicious. Does it taste exactly like it or have a weird aftertaste? I don't know. Maybe we should order it and find out. Straight from Australia. That'd be good. Bike Short says, should I get grape-flavored mouthwash to go with my fried chicken?
Oh, my God. No. You should get watermelon
Yeah.
flavored.
God damn, Blabs.
She hates them so much, even in that 5-year-old form.
Unbelievable.
At least the watermelon toothpaste already exists. So.
This is good. And Blabs, you'd know that.
I mean, I didn't know that, but Amalgamite did. And so I feel very, very informed now. Thank you.
Magnus Black Hammer. This sounds so sexual. Came into the tin.
Ow.
You just hurt yourself laughing. Ow.
Please read that. Sorry. Would you please read that, Phoenix?
From Magnus Black Hammer, accidentally bought bubblegum flavored toothpaste once. That was an unpleasant surprise. I've tried those sodas too. Grass, ranch, corn, etc. Avoid them all.
Thank you, Magnus Black Hammer. I love that he came in and he was like, so I've had this toothpaste. That's wonderful. Thank you very much for that. We have this from C. Thomas says, KFC toothpaste sounds like it would taste foul.
But this.
Hey, bada boom, nice. Joey says, Angry Joe used to be my favorite YouTuber until he started talking about politics and social media and kept freaking out everyone who supports POTUS. Thank you, Joey. Appreciate that. That's 5 for Angry Joe here in our battle of Angry Joe versus Hasan Piker in the mayonnaise eating competition. Lads, let's go scroll some of them that have to do with the showdown today.
Yep.
And but before we start scrolling some of those that only have to do with the showdown, why don't we get an update, Blabs? What do we have? Actually, let's get an update from Phoenix. Phoenix, do we have an update?
We do. Let's see here. We've got 40 for Angry Joe. I don't know why he's so angry. He gets to eat all that great mayonnaise on his face. And we got Hasan for 25. So Joe in the lead, but still pretty close.
Nice. All right. It's very, very close battle early on. Thank you for that, Phoenix, for the update on our Angry Joe versus Hasan Piker mayonnaise eating competition. Just a quick note here. We have this. It says, I made a bison, cactus, and alligator pizza this weekend. 8 out of 10. Hasan is the bigger mayo chugger right there.
That is wild.
Thank you very much for that weird pizza combination. But hey.
Make a great toothpaste. Thank you.
Anti-Hero says, hey, gang. My daughter Alice turns 15 today. Can I get a happy birthday from you guys? Absolutely
Happy
not.
birthday,
Happy
Alice.
birthday.
No.
Happy birthday.
No.
Okay.
Alice,
birthday
happy
too.
birthday. Just kidding.
Happy
But
birthday,
seriously,
Alice.
I believe Dan Vask is in the back. Is Dan hanging out with the birthday wish?
Happy, much happy birthday for you.
Why was Dan Vask hanging out in your room in Phoenix? He's just hanging out right there, ready to go. Yeah, Alice, happy birthday from us. Which probably means nothing to you, but we're glad you're with us. Thank you so much, Alice. And thanks to your dad. Ranger George says, I'm not a fan of Angry Joe, even before he caught TDS, but he has at least become famous for creating content. Hasan is just a rich kid cosplaying as a commie. Oh.
It was a blast hanging out with y'all at the arcade, guys. Craig here is 50, so next time we play MVC2, you have to wear the mittens so I might have a chance of winning. Thank you guys for what y'all do.
Thank you, John. We'll get. Get to that in just a second. Reference to that, but Ranger George says, plus anyone who harms dog chugs mayo by the gallon. There's 20 European monies for.
I am offended.
Wow.
I love mayo. I chug mayo by the gallon myself, and I do not harm dogs.
You sure about that?
That could be out of context there, Malcolmite. I'd be careful if I were you.
You should.
What?
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't put it on the internet that you chug lots of mayo.
Well, I just really like mayo.
I hear it's really good for your skin.
Some would say that it's great with facials.
Yeah, I've heard that too, right?
One might say.
It's a nice moisturizer.
So John was talking about came in with
Just
the
see Craig's
$50.
face looking up like sweet baby Jesus. Don't let me say it out loud.
John Kanji came in with the $50 direct donation right there. And I want to let you know that John came out to the arcade on Friday, and he specifically asked to play Marvel vs. Capcom. And after we were all wrapped up, I walked my ass over to Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and promptly beat the fuck out of him for 6 rounds straight. John, get fucked, man. Thank you so much, John. It was great to see you, dude. And look forward to our rematch next time with oven mitts on, which will be great. Really appreciate that. Let's get you on the wall, my man. We'll do that. Tenarian came in at 10, says, that dress Elon Kids was wearing should be labeled may contain nuts. Thank you, Tenarian. And all right, well, let's move on to our next story over here, which is the big story of the weekend. Last time you saw us, the world was nuts, but it's a little more crazy now, as apparently we're in a war. The United States is in a war. At least that's what people are saying. Phoenix, are we in a war right now?
Well, God, I really wish I was up to date on all the news right now. One could argue that we are, and my very, very limited amount of knowledge on what's been going on.
I don't know. Yeah, and I'm the same way. Like, if you're coming to us for hot geopolitical news, we're probably not the right source for that, right? I do not know the inner workings of the Iranian-Israeli United States relationship outside of knowing that Iran does not like America and that we were all infidels. And most of that came from watching Back to the Future 2 when Marty McFly entered the 80s cafe and the Ayatollah was talking about death to America, right? That's pretty much my my geopolitical...
there it is. That's
pretty much where it stops and starts right there. But I know there was a big bombing that happened this past week. And you know, everything's going on.
We got a lot of the top officials, I believe. Again, don't quote me right now. I need to catch up. Middle of the week, I'll have information.
Thank you. We'll wait till Wednesday to talk truly about what happened on Saturday, which will be good. But Mal, you said that the United States has killed the top 2 people, the top 2 like leaders in Iran. Is that right?
So actually, war geopolitics is also not my specialty exactly, but I have been kind of paying attention to on this stuff. So
I like that that our politics just went from Back to the Future to a cartoon.
Yeah. It's important, yeah.
But yeah, we did kill the Ayatollah, and then another one was installed, and apparently he died like 10 minutes later. Like not even joking. Like within a few hours of them picking a new leader, he was dead.
It's a pretty small window of leadership right there.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so we have hit a good chunk of them as far as I'm aware. The biggest concern at the moment is that Iran was going kind of willy-nilly and they started attacking everybody in the area, going after United States bases within that, like including like Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and a few other places too. And so they kind of pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah.
They've attacked directly or indirectly 15 countries or their military. Obviously, the U.S. and Israel, but the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, Jordan, Iraq, Bahrain, Oman, Syria, Cyprus, France, their base, Italy, and their base, and the United Kingdom with their base as well. So they're definitely not making any friends.
Well, I don't think they had many friends to begin with, but this past week has been crazy, right? Let's just go back to the start of the week, right, where the United States hockey team beat Canada. And everyone's like, fucking A, America, let's go. Gold hockey, gold medal hockey, except for everybody in America who hates America, right? And they were like, oh, Canada should have won, man. And they were like upset that the United States won in hockey, of all things, right? Then we saw the State of the Union address where Trump stood up and he's like, hey, if you agree with this statement, stand up. And it was pretty much the statement TLDR was like, Americans are the top priority for the American government. And no Democrats stood up. And that looked like kind of crazy. And to see people kind of defending that idea was silly. And now we have this kind of idea of Iran, which is said death to America. But this is pointed out here. And this ties into what we were going to talk about with Angry Joe. It says, over the last week, liberals have taken the side of Canada over the U.S. in the hockey, Olympic hockey, taking the side of illegal aliens over American citizens, and taking the side of death to America, Iranian regime, over the United States. Remember this in November, obviously, here. This right here, it's popped off, 64,000 likes on it.
From Sean Farash, yeah.
Yeah. Now, bringing it back to Angry Joe. So, I wanted to talk about this because this is like really interesting to me to kind of see what the other perspective is on this. Because Angry Joe, we like I said, I have no issue with Joe. We've always been cordial. I haven't talked to him in over a decade, but he very much does not like the president. He very much will talk about it publicly, and that's fine. Whatever, he's free to do that. But to see this perspective is interesting to hear his thoughts on. He quote tweeted this. He says, this is the only way these people function, living in their own warped reality, lying and villainizing anyone who doesn't step in line with the Trump regime. You actually mean, and this is in response to, taking the side of Canada over the United States in Olympic hockey. You actually mean taking the side of free speech when your government fucks up. I'm guessing that, I don't know what that has to do with Canada.
I guess to say that we're criticizing, the Olympians that have been speaking out, that have not liked the country. Like, I'm not really proud of the country at this moment. Perhaps that's what he means.
But that's so rich because in Canada, they had the whole trucker protest issues a few years ago with COVID. Like, you really want to talk about free speech, Canada is not the country.
No, Canada is not exactly seen as a beacon of free speech. As somebody who spent a week with a couple Canadians, that it is in dire straits up there. And those who are not brainwashed look at it and don't have a whole lot of desire to be there, to say the least. We'll continue. This is once again, in response to this post, says, taking the side of illegal aliens over American citizens, to which he responded, taking the side of human rights when Trump's poorly trained and undisciplined federal agents kill citizens in the streets and break into homes without needing warrants any longer here. So you can see kind of the angle that he's taken here with this. The idea of it always goes back to human rights here. Now, disregard the idea that, you know, they're in the country illegally to begin with, you know.
Yeah,
But
they're
whatever.
harming the rights of actual American citizens by coming here illegally, and they're all part of like drugs, sex trafficking rings, murders, grapes, they different things like that. And even if they don't do the most heinous crimes, they're still already breaking the law and working on table jobs, decreasing wages. Like those are the real human rights violations against actual American citizens.
I'm sure if someone broke into his home, which would be, that's bad, but I'm sure if someone broke into his home, I guess he'd be just cool with that. And yeah, it's cool. You can live there. That's totally fine. I'm also curious about, you also mentioned like the undisciplined Asians and stuff like that. Like, well, you know, like Obama, like killed American citizens when he was bomb crazy there for a while. I didn't hear him complaining around that time. And it's just interesting where we're selectively deciding where we're going to poke our little nose into politics is interesting.
All has to coincide with Orange Man Bad. It's all what it comes down to. Here's the final point. Taking the side to the death to America Iranian regime over the United States, to which he says, taking the side of not going to needless illegal wars. I love the idea of an illegal war, right? The idea that there are rules to warfare. Okay, sure there. Yeah. Okay, but just totally disregarding. The idea that this country has literally declared war on the United States since before any of us were born. Let's just keep that in perspective. At least for me, I was not born in 1978 or whenever it was they declared war against the United States. They've had an ongoing war against us since then. So,
and I am not a fan of wars. I liked that Trump said no new wars and stuff like that. He's obviously kind of went back on that a little bit, but he's been doing actually a pretty good job. Him and his staff been doing a great job at that. So I'm not thrilled with that, but to say that this was like out of just nowhere and what are you talking about? No, like one of the things that went into this was that we had said like, okay, stop building them nukes. And then they didn't. And so then we went in there, we blasted those. And we said, okay, now no more, don't do those nukes again. And then according to Trump's people, they went back at it again. So if that's all true, that is one very good reason why you'd want to stop that, because Iran will use those. Like that's not a place that you want to have those. So it's a good argument to say we should probably go in there and stop that.
I mean, to be fair, there is a middle ground between the sides here. Like, you don't have to support the Iranian regime, but also not be exactly a fan of us possibly getting into a war, because this is definitely this is not like a Venezuela situation where we just went in, kidnapped a president, and then it's more or less over when it comes to the actual fighting thing. This is going on for days now. And last I heard, Trump expects this to take about 4 to 5 weeks. So this is definitely like something a bit more, I don't want to say serious, but it's a bit more grave in this case. Though I also understand people's hesitancy too, because the whole, they have nuclear weapons shtick is been going on for 30 years now. They've been saying they are really close to that, and nobody believes that anymore. There's definitely a valid case to be very wary of for why we're getting involved and doing this now of all times. But you also don't have to support the Iranian regime once again. Like, there's a difference.
You know what I always look at when it comes to this stuff? It's how do people react to it that live there, right? And in Venezuela, people were like, yeah. In Iran, people were like, fuck yeah. So like, I usually look at that as the litmus test. Like I said, I don't live there. I don't know. I don't know the, all the oppressive stuff that's happening there. And so I think that's probably a good idea to look at. You go to the source, if you will. And when people actually have the opportunity to say what they want or rejoice in the streets, you see all these Iranian, Americans or Iranians who live in America that are literally going out and celebrating in the streets because of this. You saw the exact same thing with Venezuela, and I go, oh, okay, well, they seem to have a pretty good idea of what it was like, when they came over legally. So yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. Now, Joe does continue, says, but fuck those people, right? They should shut up. Y'all are so fucking stupid, it hurts. I'm assuming you cheer on any illegal action that would curb your own freedoms at this point if you think it might hurt, quote unquote, the libs.
This man lives in some weird delusional. He is much like everyone on that side. They have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. If he actually stepped out of his bubble for a second, he'd actually know that a lot of Trump people are not happy with Trump's going to war and bombing places. Not been a big fan of that, especially like the libertarians who kind of jumped on the Trump train. They're not thrilled. So again, it's not like he just puts everyone in this same bubble, proving he's in a bubble like all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tenarian came in and says there's actually rules to war. That's why there's such things as war crimes. Anyways, now there's only one Ayatollah left. The Ayatollah of rock and rolla, Chris Jericho. Thank you very much, Tenarian. and to be clear, listen, I understand that there are rules to war. I get it. With that said, do you really think they're followed? Like, let's be real. Like, yeah, there's rules, but I'm pretty sure they get bend pretty good.
I mean, it's only a Western thing that we actually have war crimes and with NATO and everything else like that. Like, it's a very much a Western thing. The rest of the world does not care at all. There's a reason why we had so many problems in the Middle East with all the other wars beforehand. And they will use women and children as sacrifices. They will play dirty and use our morals against us to win because they don't follow the same rule set that we do. And it's highly unfortunate. It would be nice if they did, because I think that's terrible, but they don't. And it's highly unfortunate. I want to point out too that technically the last legal war that we had was World War II. That was literally the last legal war that we had, because it's all based off congressional approval, and Congress never actually signed off on all the other wars afterwards.
Good to know. Good to know. Thank you for that. Well, I hope that Joe finds the peace that he needs in life, because when he goes on a rant, man, he goes on these crazy loony, just like when you look down his timeline, it's a mixture of video reviews and why Trump is a bad guy.
I'm curious what his response to. I'm curious what he was thinking about Ukraine as well. I'm sure this guy is just completely just fucking abysmal takes left and right.
Yeah, and to be clear, like, I don't want any wars. Like, I don't like people dying. I don't think anybody likes people dying. But I do like what's best for the United States, you know. And then there was like the whole narrative about this. I did see the narrative of the missile launch. Apparently, the United States bombed a school, but they're saying no, it was a misfired Iranian missile. And I don't like. Do you like? Let's be very real. Does anybody think that any of the shit that you're seeing is actually accurate? Probably not, right? And it's horrible when people die. Now, do I think that these people who are saying, "Hey, we should not be in a war," these people are dying? It's like apparently 30,000 people were killed who were protesting this in the streets of Iran. Like, these are protesters in Iran, and they killed like 30,000 people. You weren't pissed then? Those people were there. What makes them less valuable than the people who are dying in the war? Whatever. I don't know. The whole thing is just silly. All right, we got more silliness here in just a second. But first, we have this. It says, Reese's toothpaste might be genius to actually get people to brush at night. I need a midnight snack. Gonna go brush my teeth. Right there. Thanks so much, Jefferson, for that. Kind of smart. Commodore fan says, rejected by StreamYard. Yes, Blabs, what do we have here?
It's ridiculous. And like half of his message is being put on YouTube, so it's like all the YouTube chat sees is Iranian people, freedom and peace. But anyway, the full message is Commodore Fan 64 for 5 says, we the U.S. also have several service members dead from some friendly fire from miscommunications. I'm on the side of Trump on this bomb these fuckers to hell and give the Iranian people freedom and peace. That's the full message.
Thank you for that.
Sorry, YouTube chat. They're just being like, what the fuck you saying over there?
Well, Westy West came in with a $5 direct donation. Says, everyone's forgetting that Trump pulled out of the Paris Accord because Russia was caught multiple times giving non-enriched uranium to Iran. YouTube was blocking this as a super chat. Thank you, Westy West. We have this from Ian. He says, I bought into the no fluoride thing for a long time now, and now I'm paying the price for it. I have an appointment for a root canal in a couple weeks, plus a bunch of other expensive dental work.
Don't worry. There's Reese's flavored toothpaste now. You're going to be all right. Get those
point.
teeth in healthy condition.
That's right. Wasp for 10 says, in the Pacific Theater of World War II, American soldiers took the skulls of slain Japanese soldiers as trophy. It was a war crime to do this, but America won the war, and they never were prosecuted for it. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. I don't think you should be carrying around soldiers of dead guys that you killed, just in general. Like, I think that's the thing that's amazing about this. Like, I think America is the greatest country in the world. I do. Do I think that everything America does is perfect? No. Do I think that America's probably done some really shitty things to become number one? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Do I have any regrets about that? Well, no, because I live here. And yes, maybe I am the ignorant American, but I will take that. I will take that because sometimes, like, I go back to, like, all these billionaires. Do you think they just got there by being nice? You think, like, these guys they're not sharks? These guys aren't stabbing people in the back? Like, dude, look, there's times in your life where you have an opportunity to, like, I could be so fucking wealthy right now if I just took all the opportunities to just knife people in the gut whenever I had them, right? But I didn't. Now, other people have, and they are multiple millionaires, right? And these are people that I've dealt with in the past, and they've driven that knife directly in there. Some people argue that I have done that. If you follow my career, some people say that I have stabbed people in the back, which is the exact opposite. They don't know the truth behind it, but it's a narrative that they go with, right? With that said, America is not perfect, but it's the most perfect. Like I said, go back to capitalism. Like, it's not perfect, but it's the best that we have, right? I don't think there's no perfect system. Unless, of course, it's socialism. Am I right, everybody?
As someone who I hate capitalism, but it's the best that we got. It really is the best we got. Yeah.
Hey, give it up for Magnus Black Hammer. This is great. Now I have to change my name. Thanks, Greg.
No, keep that thing. Absolutely.
Good for you, my dude.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
Just walk around pelvic thrusting everywhere. Weiss Max says, Iran has been in a state of war with us for 47 years and has unalived over 1,000 American servicemen since. We are just now returning the favor and freeing the Iranian people from their oppressors. Thank you, Weiss Max. Commodore Fan for 10 says Iran refused the Trump deal for peace, attacks U.S. bases, Israel, and U.S. bombed them to hell, and still is 48 top leaders dead. Iran shot back. Qatar shot down 2 Iranian Soviet era bombers. Iran will pay. Right, Commodore Fan? He's fairly passionate about this right there. Jay Toma came in with 10, says fluoride applied topically is effective and safe. That's why you spit when brushing your teeth. There's enough data showing taken internally has no benefit. Reason enough to take it out of water. Thank you for that, Jay Toma. And Hex came in with the 10, says, can't believe you let Amal on the show without her Swedish handler. Throw this towards whatever Phoenix wants into Showdown for his birthday. This Phoenix.
Thank you so much. You know, my birthday wish is I'd like that to go to Joe, my good friend Joe.
Oh, that's good. There's 10 for
How much
Joe
was that for?
There. 10. That's right. We have this from Hideki. Says, hey, Mal, what are your thoughts on the VTuber Sarai posted with the U.S. flag upside down?
So, I actually don't really get into VTuber drama because it's usually just catfighting and stupidity. Because when you put women in the same place, it leads to horrible things.
True.
However, since it is technically political, she's retarded. For that, I do think that the Western world and in general can commentate on other people's politics. There's a lot of things that we're facing together, but at the same time, she is not a political VTuber. And so therefore it's best to be apolitical as possible because by doing so, you're alienating your audience. and ignoring the fact that I think what she said was wrong and dumb overall. And she is clearly not thinking that far ahead and is way too captured by whatever ideology she has, which is probably leftism. So, and she obviously got a ton of pushback. Apparently, this is not the first time she's done this kind of stuff. But, I mean, all publicity is good publicity. Publicity. Bleh, sorry, I guess. So, good for her for going viral for that. But that was dumb.
Hooray. There's a reason why we actually have an American flag right side up as in our avatar. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. We have an American flag behind us. That was actually prompted by Rumble, actually. Chris Pavlovsky prompted creators to do that. And you know what? We said sure. And we haven't changed it since.
Yeah, I noticed that we've never changed it. I'm really glad we never changed it because I really like it.
That's good. Looks sharp. I mean, it is kind of confusing if you don't really know what you're looking at, I guess. There's a lot of colors there. But hey.
No, I think it's clear.
Deal with it. All right, hey, something else we got to deal with. The world, once again, is loony. We have all this stuff going on in Iran right now. Over the weekend, a byproduct of that apparently was a shooting not too far from where we're at least where I'm at here in North Texas, and they call it the Hill Country. Middle of Texas is Austin, about 3 hours south of Dallas, where I'm at. Austin, Texas, and there was a shooter in Austin down on 6th Street. 6th Street is the big prominent college area. It's like the most notable party street in that area. It's massive. As a reputation, I would say it's probably a top 5 college street probably in America, right? You go down, it's just lined with bars and there's tomfoolery. They shut it down on pretty much every night down there, definitely on Thursdays and Friday nights. It's where all the college kids goes because Austin, like pretty much downtown, is the University of Texas campus. So it's a very big area. Now, there was a shooting down there, and apparently it was driven by by a lot of things that happened with Iran and the bombing of Iran. So we saw this as, and I'm not going to play the video here because but it says the reported Islamic shooter in Austin, Texas, has been identified as 53-year-old fuckface who wore a Property of Allah shirt during the terror attack here. So it appears to be ideologically driven when it comes to this. And here's a picture of the guy wearing the shirt right here. Phoenix, had you seen this?
I have this I've seen. Yes. Yeah.
To where we saw Hasan Piker react to this. He actually,
of course, he did.
Quote tweeted this. Just said, "Come on, man," over here. And this is 40,000 likes, 7 million views over on X. Which, I don't. How would you take that, Hasan Piker saying, "Come on, man," over on X? How should that be interpreted? Like maybe not hide it as well, or I don't know. I mean,
he sounds like he's actually disappointed that the shooter was downed. Like, there's how like there's no real way to really take that. Like, you should be happy that somebody who's a mass murderer, a terrorist, is dead now. The stuff stop that, regardless of your political beliefs. But instead, he just says, "Come on, man." Like, I don't know. The only thing I could think
vague.
It's extremely vague.
I think he's just kind of annoyed that this shit's happening, to be honest. It seems pretty vague.
Well, what's interesting here is you can see the shirt right there, but if you just scroll up one little bit, you'll actually see that somebody's wearing that exact same shirt, just different colors right here.
Oh, well, okay, so that now explains it.
What does that explain?
What that means? So, come on, man. I take it then like, hey, man, you just gave a bad name to this sweater.
Come on,
that's
man.
how I would take it. Yeah, like, and which is obviously pretty heartless. He obviously doesn't care about what's going on. He cares more about his fashion now has been tarnished. That's the way now I would take it.
And there's also the angle that he could be upset that with the property of Allah, a lot of people are taking that as, this is a Muslim terrorist attack. And he's not exactly happy about that angle. even though it is a Muslim terrorist attack. The guy had a Quran in his car. He's from
Yeah.
Senegal.
Well, what's interesting here, and I don't want to dive too far into this terrorist attack in Austin, and the Iranian bombing and all this stuff. But I saw this poster and I just kind of giggled because the world has gone insane, and I think a lot of people point to 2016, but I think you should actually go back a few years prior. And some will argue that it has to do with iPhones and stuff. And I think that's definitely a big part of the conversation. But from a cultural moment, a cultural point that you can look at and you can say, that's when things really got fucked up. I'm going to point to this post from Sid Steyerhart. It's hard to believe even now, but all this happened because of Zoe Quinn and Gamergate over here. The trickle-down effect from all this. Now, have you guys...
What do you remember what year that was? What year was that?
2014. Yes.
Okay.
And this is the idea here. Gamergate kicked off in 2014 after Zoe Quinn's ex posted accusing her of unethical ties around her game Depression Quest. Okay. So supporters then framed it as exposing bias at, quote, ethics in games journalism, which we've seen here. That's been a constant issue here, the ethics and just game journalism in general, and an activist influence on the media. While critics who are on her side call it a harassment campaign against women. Okay. Now, how does this all tie in? How does the shooting and the insanity all tie in to Gamergate? Well, this was ground zero for online pushback against perceived progressive outreach in culture and tech, right? It helped coalesce the anti-social justice warrior sentiment, feeding into a broader shifts online, and ultimately boosting Donald Trump era politics, right? So with this whole theory, the idea that it launched around Gamergate, the chain ends with the most recent U.S.-Israel strike against Iraq and this guy shooting here. So that's the idea, is that's the butterfly effect of this created this created this, and ultimately Gamergate led to Donald Trump, which led to all these people breaking, which led to, go down the list. So you guys think there's any validity to all this?
Oh yeah, because like I was there, in the trenches back in the day, and there was a genuine feel that we memed Trump into the presidency with all the Pepes, free Kekistan, and the various discourse that was happening online. But a lot of those big people who were advocating for Trump and within the online discourse were originally from the Gamergate days themselves. The one that I have been the most loyal to has been Sargon of Akkad. Even to this day. And it was a wild time because I actually felt like there was something happening, something like and something good too. It was actually lots of fun looking back, though. Some of it's probably actually nostalgia. But that wouldn't have been possible with having such big online discourse and people getting the word out there. Because like in 2016, or roughly around that time period, I was definitely a little bit more on the left, and I thought that Trump was the lesser of two evils. But I thought Trump was the lesser of two evils because I would be watching these people and learning more about them. Because if I just stayed on Tumblr, you would think that, well, he's literally Hitler and Satan reincarnated and everything like that. But it's because these people were making content and discussing what was actually happening, breaking down the lies of mainstream media. We're able to see, and then that helped definitely give Trump the momentum and the push. At least I firmly believe that, but I'm biased.
Sure. I mean, you were there, you witnessed it, and I've said this many, many times during the first Gamergate. I was totally oblivious to what was going on. I had my head down, focusing on just making content, and I did not. I heard about it, but it was just kind of this thing that was. And in retrospect, I really wish that I had paid attention to it. I had my head down, just making videos, not worrying about it, being totally oblivious to it. But yeah, man, it's been crazy to see the trickle down effect because of this. So Phoenix, you were saying?
It makes sense. A lot of people have actually, not a lot, but I've heard it pointed out that Gamergate is one of the things that helped get Trump elected. So that actually can totally align. I would maybe throw in there that 2008 also didn't help when we had the big crashes. And the youth started to see that there was no future. Not only did they not have a future, but that the bad guys were going to keep winning. That they were going to keep all these banks and everyone in power, even though they fucked up. We're going to keep giving them. We're going to bail them out like crazy. And so that created a real disdain in the youth. And then you had teachers who were basically giving anti-American kind of, screw America kind of like this. And then you can see how that can then tie into a Gamergate where it's more of this, things are unfair. It's the little guy versus the big thing we need. And then that turned into the patriarchy, etc. So you could kind of make a lot of things have been going bad since 9/11. A lot of things have been bad since then.
I mean, technically, we could really tie everything back to like World War II if we really want to go super, super far. And in that case, well, that will probably take a minute there. But I will agree with Phoenix in that case because with the 2008 crashes, that made a lot of people upset with Wall Street, and so they had the Occupy Wall Street protests, and that was really the first time that a lot of people, like their actual plebeians, the citizens, were really banded together against the elites and everything that was happening there. And if you actually look at the graph of words that are used that were pushed by the mainstream media, like the New York Times, CNN, NBC, those different things like that, all of a sudden around like 2010 roughly, there's a huge jump in gay rights, trans, Islamophobia, Black Lives Matter started coming out of the woodwork back in 2012. Like all of a sudden, if you actually look at the trends there was just a huge jump and all this intersectional BS that came out of it, which technically intersectionality originates from the 90s, which then goes to the 70s. Once again, we could really, really go very far back for a lot of these things. But I definitely would agree with Phoenix's case that the crash in 2008 was a huge factor too.
Well, I love that Gamergate has become I don't love it, but it is. I think you can't really look at everything that's happened and say that it wasn't a big part of everything. It was definitely a big cultural moment, and to see it framed a certain, it's when you go on Wikipedia and you search at Gamergate, it talks about the harassment campaign, but that's pretty much the only narrative that's put on it. But I do think that it did lead to the pushback that you see today, the anti-SJW movement, the anti-woke movement, because for such a long time, all this stuff was just let go. Oh, whatever. And it was the first time we actually saw pushback and a fight against that insanity machine. So and here we are. We have, led to Donald Trump and led to bombing in Iran and led to psychos who are upset about it, shooting up kids on college campuses, which is just fucking horrible. So,
all thanks to Depression Simulator.
That's right. All thanks to Zoe fucking Five Guys. Thank you for that. All right. I'll tell you, let's move
I
on
think
to
we
our
should.
next... Yes, sir.
If we can just cut, because I've never seen this happen. Can we cut to?
Yeah, I've been holding off for this very reason.
the showdown, because I've never seen this happen before.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we have here, Phoenix?
Are you ready? Are you all sitting down there, kids? Here we go. Strap in.
Between Hasan Piker. Wow.
76-99 versus 76 fucking 99.
It is tied right now.
Wow.
In the mayo eating contest between Angry Joe and Hasan Piker. Holy shit. Well, it is a tight battle to say the least. Thank you so much, Phoenix, for your mayo counter right there. We will keep track of that as we go. Blabs is having them scroll on the bottom. Anything related to the Angry Joe Hasan Piker mayo eating battle. We'll track all of that as we go. Anthony came in with the 10, says, you need to look at our military doctrine to see who is the good guys. We will go out of our way, even sacrificing soldiers to protect civilians on both sides. They will kill entire apartment buildings just to kill one of us. Thank you, Anthony. Sylfan came in at 5, says, Kirk was not the first. When Total Biscuit passed, the left mocked his death just because he made a pro-Gamergate video explaining it. He was the reason I understood it was about journalistic ethics and not racism. Rip Total Biscuit. Man worked until he died. Thank you, Sylfan. Appreciate that. And yes, Total Biscuit, he was an OG for sure. Dr. T.S. King came in with the $20 super chat. Says, the Iran situation is 100% about Iran. The Chinese get 13% of their oil super cheap from Iran. The China used to get 70% of their oil from Venezuela. So in order to avoid a near peer war with the China, we do this. Thank you. It always comes back to oil, right? Doesn't it? I think it always does, right? We have this from Grogar for 10. Says, may this idiot and the Ayatollah get 72 Christianity. That Vescarbino says, Hamas Piker would take Mayo enthusiastically to the face, saying, come on, man. So I guess Angry Joe would at least eat it. Thank you. There's, I guess, 10 for Angry Joe right there. Reese says, Gamergate exposed Zoe Quinn as a grifter that came from very old money, which is how everyone flocked to her despite her lack of dev skills. Thank you, Reese. Ranger George says, Mal hit the nail on the head. A lot of the West problems go back to World War II, and in recent years, the control of WWF, the WEF wields.
Yep, the whiff.
The whiff. Joey says, have you gotten a chance to play RE Requiem? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Well, Phoenix, you're playing it tonight.
Yeah. I've played I'm playing it tonight, but I played about a half hour of it so far, and I will say real fast, I think Capcom nailed it. They've got the kind of stealth, quiet horror in one character, and then you've got the Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil 4 kicking ass. So it's this roller coaster ride of going back and forth between stealth and having no abilities and no weapons versus all weapons. It's a very, very fun game mechanic they've done, and I have to say it's also the creepiest Resident Evil I've ever seen. So so far, really good, really good.
Well, I'm glad that Super Chat came in, and make sure we get a timestamp for that, Blabs, because that actually ties in perfectly to our discussion about Resident Evil Requiem, as everyone's favorite hardcore video game streamer and game journalist, Darkside Phil, had a chance to play this. And there's a wonderful 54-second video being made the rounds this morning. It has 15,000 likes over on X.
Did he have his capture card off and just described what he was playing? I hope so.
Just describing what was going on. And by the way, what a great shot right there of Phil.
Oh, good Lord.
Spectacular. Doesn't look an age over whatever age he is right there, a day over that. Game journalists, when they are forced to play Resident Evil Requiem without yellow paint here. Let's go give this a watch and see what everybody thinks of DSP playing Requiem, which... hey, Phoenix, maybe you'll get something from this. Maybe you'll this will help your experience.
I'm locked
Have
in.
you defecated in your pants yet? So there's the moon quartz, but if I pick that up, I have no inventory space. Game is handing you non-stop items with zero inventory. Who thought this was a good idea? No? I finally got a real handgun. I have no ammo. What the fuck? I'm dead. We can't kill him. We can't kill him. We shot him in the head with the Magnum and all the bullets, and he's still alive. That is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Well, let's fix that. Have you
Sorry. So does that get you excited for this, Phoenix? You're going in and you may take a couple more shots to the head to take out the zombie.
It actually does, because obviously it's a guy that it's like, tell me you don't know anything about survival horror without kind of saying that. It's like that's the whole point of survival horror. when you have limited supply and or limited space, and there's this never-ending threat looming around hunting you, that creates the tension, that creates the horror, and survival horror. So that goes with the territory. That's how it's supposed to work.
Well, as pointed out, this is a great response to all this. To be fair, the inventory space complaint is on point over here as far as that. But isn't limited inventory supposed to be kind of one of those things?
Yes.
Like, right. That's what they're saying right there. But then there's also this is a great little image right here. Climb the ladder and find the Resident Evil right here, of the ladder and the arrow and the yellow and the map and this is very much like Dex's videos over here. Which, by the way, he dropped a new one this morning. Which I don't know. If you want to watch that at the tail end of this segment?
Always.
All right. Now we have this as well. I'm just gonna say it. The gaming industry as a whole suffered greatly because of this dumbass. Whether or not he's faking to be stupid. His whiny brain dead take is the reason why modern video games are designed to appeal to retards who can't think critically over here. This is
Mic drop.
Golly. Mal, are you familiar with Dark Side Phil?
Yeah, I've seen the memes. I've seen the clips. He's special, to say the least.
He's a special cat. Yeah, he's a special cat. And, you wonder if... I always have to ask this about Dark Side Phil. Is there some genius to him? Because he gets clipped and it keeps people... I mean, now it does not grow his audience at all. It grows the detractor audience considerably more than his. But it does keep him in the ethosphere of conversation, I guess.
Yeah, he's like the zeitgeist meme. He just kind of is. He becomes the meme, and it's in the zeitgeist lexicon of the internet. How that translates to followers and subscribers, I don't know, but it does keep him relevant enough as the laughing stock of the internet.
Yeah, like I said earlier, all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
He might be a locale, but he's obviously still making enough money from views or people donating, not sure, just to make fun of him, and it's worth it to him. And he keeps on doing it anyways.
I legit wonder if Phil was to just stop doing what he does, and that is, doing his streams, which, by the way, people now like him, which is a great news, at least according to Phil. In that event, like, let's just say the bottom dropped out for Phil, and he no longer could become he was no longer a streamer. Let's just say he has 3 people watching him and whatever, right? He has to go find a real job. What do you think is the best job for Phil to fill, if you will?
Working at Costco.
Ooh, Costco worker? Is he a greeter?
No, you know what? He could be. Or he could be the one, the greeter who checks to see you have your membership with you. Or he's one of the guys who drives around a little forklift and then crashes everywhere.
I was going to say, I don't think he has the mental capabilities to work at Costco. I feel like that'd be too difficult for him. A greeter is literally perfect. You sit on your ass all day. You're like 300 pounds. All you do is just wave and greet people. And that's it. That's it.
Definitely nothing managerial, because I think he doesn't know how to spend money wisely. He doesn't know how to, he seems oblivious to almost everything that's common sense. So like anything away from power. So it would have to be like the guy that makes the fries, or that puts the fries in the bag, if you will.
Fries in the bag.
Yeah, basically. Mm-hmm. So McDonald's.
We have this conversation, but let's just be very honest. It doesn't matter, because Phil will outlive all of us, and we will be putting the fries in the bag long after all that. Yeah. You want some more Resident Evil fun?
Boy, howdy. I
know you do. I think we're tying it into video games here at the #1 video game entertainment podcast in God's green earth. Someone has modded John Cena into Resident Evil 4.
Naturally.
And I'm not going to tell you it's awesome, but it's pretty fucking awesome right here. There is the John Cena theme underneath this, but take a look at John Cena in RE4 here as he makes his way with his fucking knife and his, like, kind of fucking awesome to see John Cena in his bright green making his way through like in a fucking action star. I'm just going to tell you this.
Well, this is RE4. Okay.
Yeah, this is RE4. If John Cena was to do all his action movies in his John Cena outfit, I think that's the way to go. Personally, I think that'd be spectacular. That's it'd be great. So
even if it's like a drama, just keep with the bright neon green shirt. Even
that's right.
Just absolutely use it for everything.
Well, the chat is wondering where he is because they can't see him. You see, that's the other meme when it comes to John Cena, right? But I love this idea. It actually looks pretty fucking fun. And this is the beauty of mods. Oh, it's so good. So good. So what's the best mod you guys have seen as far as taking somebody from another universe and placing them into a video game here? We had our best mod category this year for the Real Game Awards, and they both were revolving around physics, if you will. But we saw Zero Suit Samus being put into Stellar Blade, which was
that
fun.
makes sense. Yeah,
absolutely. Can you guys recall any mods that were really great when it comes to putting a fish out of water or fish into water, if you will?
Left 4 Dead, I'd say. There's a whole bunch of mods you can do in Left 4 Dead. So like anything from like Shrek to grabbing other Harry Potter or like any game really, like Harry Potter video game, any game, and then just throw it into Left 4 Dead. I mean, they even had like Naked Ray. Yeah. Why are you giggling so much? Because I sound so bad?
No, I know exactly what it. Because I'm giggling because the chat brought up something that I can't stop laughing at.
The Thomas the Train.
Oh yeah, Thomas the Train's pretty good too.
Yeah, that's a classic.
This is the best one I've ever seen.
Are you alright?
This is the best one. It's so fucking good. Come on, where are you?
Where a macho man is coming from?
What was that? It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites. As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon you.
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over.
Learn our... As you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning. My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the Orc!
Where a macho man is coming
There it is. Did you hear that?
Here he comes.
I said, next, prisoner!
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
Here he comes. This is Skyrim. Just for those who just tuning in.
I've been to the top of the mountain.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries, what do you see?
It's in the clouds.
Yeah!
This way!
Jarl, what is that thing?
Could the legends be true?
Legends don't burn down villages.
Because I'm wild, yeah!
We need to move now! Just need to burn.
Oh my god.
Yeah!
Oh, sorry. I listen. If I could just stop down every 2.5, 3 weeks and just watch the Randy Savage Skyrim mod, my life would be better. I love everything about that. As a matter of fact, I'm literally in tears because watching Randy Savage become a dragon. I don't know who made that,
but
they were
attaboy.
right.
Yeah.
They were right. They won. They won right there. Congratulations. All right, we'll move on to our next story. God damn, that's so fucking funny. But first, friends, hey, we got ourselves. Oh,
Can I help you?
we got ourselves a sponsor today, baby. For those of you tuning in over on the Rumbles, you can click the right side of your screen right now because today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Rumble Wallet. We've been talking about them quite at length. Hey, you like the crypto? It's down right now. You could buy and get in, and it'll boost back up. We've seen that, which has been very, very cool. And you can support creators with Rumble Wallet literally right now. You download the Rumble Wallet app. But most importantly, outside of the supporting your creators thing, it's about you having control over your money and taking it away from the evil banks, right? You know, listen, the banks have become a necessity, but hey, you know what's important is that you control what is yours. You go in. Big banks have shown that they will literally freeze you out of your accounts. And that's not fair. That's not right. So do something about it. Download the Rumble Wallet app. It is a wallet built for real freedom right here. You can buy digital assets like Tether, Tether Gold, Bitcoin. There are no permissions. There are no middlemen. There's no cancel button. It's all about you owning your money. What a simple idea, right? Like you being able to access your money in real time. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's crazy. This is not a credit line that they can shut off. It's your wallet permanently. Yours to protect your future. This has been a massive success for Rumble so far, and I encourage you to see what all the buzz is about. Rumble Wallet isn't about politics. It is about freedom, my man. Ownership and protecting what is yours. So take control today. Download the Rumble Wallet app. You can if you're watching over on Rumble, you can use the right side of your screen to just scan the QR code. There's also a link down in the description. It's ready to go. True ownership, true protection, true financial freedom. Hell yes, friends. Go check it out. It's the Rumble Wallet app right now. Thanks, guys. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's roll. Thank you again for Rumble Wallet for sponsoring today's episode. All right, let's go and move on. And I wanted to show you guys something. Let me pull this up. I was too busy letting everybody know about Rumble Wallet before I pull this up. Do we want to go? Okay, we got enough time for both. Let's go to this story about Highguard real fast. Highguard has been, look, it's Concord, right? We all understand that. Concord has become the de facto phrase when it comes to when a game is bad, when a game is a failure, right? And Highguard 100% is a failure. Right now, it currently has 216 people playing this game. Blabs, I don't even know you can get a match with this many people.
I don't know.
In a 3v3 game.
Actually, there's a person in my Discord server a few weeks ago who was begging like everyone and their mother to play with him just because he wanted to play the bad game for shits and giggles because there's nobody actually you can get a match with. And so you have to get people in real life to be able to play.
That's so sad.
No bots to fill it out. That's
nothing.
That's depressing.
You can't get a match with real players.
Well, apparently there's 20 people who are working on this game still. We talked about that last week, but apparently all 20 of them need to get in a game to help out people find more games. But one of the guys who was laid off because there was over 100 people working on this game was a senior level designer named Alex Granner. And he went on a podcast called the Quad Damage Podcast. Now, this does not have a whole lot of views, but there's a story out about this right now on Kotaku, which signal boosted this. And the question was, why do you think this game failed? Why do you think Highguard ultimately failed? And Phoenix, I would love to hear your thoughts. Mal, your thoughts as well as why do you think he thinks that Highguard failed?
Why do and what was his position again?
He is the senior level designer, or he was.
It's the audience's fault.
Well, yeah, I would imagine it's got to be. I would imagine it's social media and a a movement that's been happening on social media where people just shit on games before they even play it and stuff like that, that it's clicks over substance is, I guess, what he would say, instead of it just being a bad game.
Mal, any thoughts?
I would have to agree with that. That's usually the common course.
Yeah.
For these developers, just to actually blame the gamers that they're supposed to be actually making games for in the first place.
Well, I'll say this. Alex Granner, senior level designer or ex-senior level designer for Highguard, I think actually does a pretty good job of why I think this game may have failed. Now, it's easy to point the finger, and we have seen people on Highguard point the finger at gamers. You're just not smart enough. But let's see what he has to say during this clip from the show here when it loads.
Yeah, and by the way, I found out a little bit about
What's that?
Real quick, I actually I found out a little bit more about Highguard and as to like why the game was so confusing and stuff like that. We can talk about it after that. Maybe he'll mention it. But I have a little bit of information now on Highguard that maybe people aren't aware of.
Okay.
Vision behind it, but it ultimately didn't land the way the team had hoped. From your perspective, not the gamers, not the corporate executives or anything like that, what do you feel led to the game's failure? And was there anything that you kind of learned from the experience?
Yeah, I think there was a lot to learn from Highguard's development, and I can only mainly speak to my side of it, as a level designer. But when I joined, it was they were trying to figure out this new ambitious game, and like this team always is pushing the boundaries. So you don't strive to create something that doesn't work out, but it happens, unfortunately. And throughout the development, we just really leaned into the competitive scene of it. And that was always one of my biggest fears as a player. Like, we'd playtest frequently, and as the mode constantly evolved, it changed a lot, even in the year and a half I was at WildLight. And some of that studio, some of those people had been there for almost 4 years. So I can imagine all the different changes and pivots that this team went through, but it was all to chase this final vision that we hope players enjoy. I think Highguard's one issue, or biggest issue, what it came down to was just it leaned too far into the competitive scene. And that was always my biggest fear. When we decided to go full in on 3v3, like 3v3 duos is always the sweatiest version of anything. Like battle royales, objective modes, wingman, you name it. It requires such high intensity of communication with your team and team plays that it doesn't leave much room for casualness. And I think that was the biggest thing that turned a lot of players off to Highguard.
Okay, let's go and stop. Well, hold on.
It's just your first few games, especially when a game like Highguard has this really big spotlight on it, whether for negative or positive reasons, you need to hook people game one. And battle royales, Apex had this big...
Okay, so let's go stop there. We'll continue here in a second. So the idea pretty much is that it was too sweaty, too hard to understand what needed to happen in the game. And Blabs, I bet you can speak on this in particular. I can, as well as that's exactly what we thought.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And they had no clear objective either. So you can say it's sweaty all you like, but nobody even knew what they were supposed to be doing also at the very beginning.
It was too complicated. And he referenced 3-on-3 mode, that being the most sweaty mode. And my first thought was these are all developers who came from Apex Legends. And Apex Legends is a 3-on-3 game. And Apex is very easy to understand. I think that's at the end of the day, a battle royale, the objective of the game is simple. Be the last one alive. Be the last group alive.
Well, yeah, but also Apex was also very, very clear, had clear objectives, very easy to understand, even kids can follow it, right? But this one, they didn't know what they were doing. They were just trying to throw whatever they could to stick at a wall, and they're like, aha, we'll try that. And obviously, they didn't know what they were doing.
And can I chime in real fast? So don't quote me. Obviously, I'm not. I don't know these games very well. So I think it was based off of a Jason Schreier article. So maybe check that out and check my math on what I'm about to say. But really fast. It was a very long article. But what I gleaned from it was something to the effect of originally the game was actually going to be some kind of survival game and a base building game. And what happened was that eventually eroded, but they kept some of those core mechanics without it working into the ultimate final game of what they were making. And they were also trying to lead us into a single player effort. So it seemed like there was a lot, again, check my math. I may have some things wrong there, but that was the idea. It was very ambitious up front with a lot of things they wanted to do. And then it seems like they didn't do a good enough job of getting the focus down to, as Blabs and Craig have said, a very simple to understand, this is what you do when you're playing. So it seemed like a ton of shit was in it, and they didn't really remove things and make it work perfectly. And when you look at it that way, it kind of sounds like the mess that you two have been talking about, where it's just like, boy, they seem to have thrown everything in at it, and like nothing works. So that could explain it.
Mal, did you play any of a Highguard?
Nope.
No.
It's not exactly something that appeals to me, these kinds of games.
Right. Let's see how he responded when it came to how Apex runs into this thing.
Success, because battle royales were kind of an up and coming mode. It was really easy to understand as a whole after you played one game, and it's really easy to explain to your friend. It's like, hey, just be the last squad surviving. That's it. Whereas Highguard has all these different rules and stages. Like, oh, you want to loot, now we got to chase this objective. Oh, we have to plant this objective. Oh, it's overtime. It has all these rules, which I think works at a really high level. But when players are just first coming in, it's a lot to grasp and a lot to digest. And on top of all that, because it was 3v3, it just, like, that kind of game just requires high skilled movement and shooting, which is already a pretty high entry as well. So if you just have a few bad games, your teammates aren't sticking together, you're just going to get rolled, and it's very hard to, like, 1v2 in our game too. Because
okay, so with that said, do you remember a couple weeks ago when they came out, there was an article about how it was an article written by somebody on the team who he later deleted his entire X account after writing the article, and it was all about how everyone thought this game was like the best game in the world. This is a surefire hit over here. How come nobody, this guy included, why did he not say anything about it? Like, he knew going into this, hey, this is gonna be tough. He's the senior level designer here. He's literally designing the levels in the game, the maps, all this stuff that goes in there. I'm assuming that when you say senior level designer, that's what that is, right? I would imagine. So he has a senior position. It's his job to say, yo, dog, probably a little too much with the sweatiness over here. We should probably tap the brakes and make this a little bit easier for the casual to hop in. If we're expecting this to be a AAA hit, very rarely do super sweaty games hit the mainstream. And this had every opportunity to be successful. And if you're going to make a game that's for this hardcore audience, it should be marketed as that. You should say, this game is not for the casual player. But they tried to put it out there for the casual player. And the casual player, we went in and we're like, nah, don't want any of that shit. Don't even know what I need to do in this. And the gunplay is not very good. And it's confusing. I got to build a wall and all this. It was too confusing for anybody to understand. And yes, but we do have a good idea of who truly was asking for this when it comes to this being a super sweaty, crazy game. It is these 221 people. That's it. Here's your audience. You did it. So there we go.
The only thing I could really think of is the fact that he did mention earlier that this took about 5 years, and they had like a bunch of people swapping in the teams, and they were trying to do so much with like the Fortnite-esque building survival stuff too. It kind of, maybe it was a case of like, obviously there's a bunch of money poured into this, but it's been 5 years. They need to get it out the door, and basically get off the toilet, and that's why they weren't able to actually like fix any of the problems, because they wasted so much time and money on things that just a hodgepodge of different stuff that just didn't really work out. That would be my idea.
I think you're 100% right. So yeah, it's such a mess, and yeah, it is Concord 2. It'll be Concord. There'll be many more Concords to go. But this is just Concord 2 in the grand scheme of things over here. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to our next story. Which, man, I can't wait to talk to Phoenix about this. I cannot wait.
Ooh.
I cannot wait to talk to you about this. But first, we have this $20 coming in from Straka for Hire. Says our COD kill streaks are putting in work. And thank you for that. No tactical nuke yet. Hopefully not. I cannot read that name. What does that name say? It's too far away from
Israel.
Okay. Thank you. Israel. Thank you. Listen, I don't have my glasses on, and my monitor's further away than usual. It says, hey, folks, Rachel Wilson was interviewed by Joe Rogan in her book, Occult Feminism, that was eye-opening to see how much the early 20th cults shaped our current clown world era. $20 for Angry Joe. Thank you, Israel. Appreciate that. 20 for Joe. Ian came in with 10. Says 30 years of Iran almost has nukes is because they got close and then someone hit them, but never solves the problem because people whose entire position is war's bad, bruh, prevent solving solutions. Ian also says, yes, you can know you are seeing real things. There are more sources and info than press releases and the mainstream media. It's all lies, bruh. Is also propaganda, and one of the most effective kinds. Ranger George came in at the 10, says, I think DSP would suit working with elderly. They could bond over struggling with technology. DSP would know just enough for the old folk, and he'd to think he'd be the man, and he'd get an ego boost. That's hilarious.
Very accurate.
Game Hunter Serious for 10 says, it was amazing going to the Real Game Awards last week. Woke up at midnight and traveled to Texas. Yes, I was shy. Thank you, Craig, for helping me make some new friends. I slept hard after 26 hours.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, it's great dude. Good dude. And, thank you so much, Game Hunter Serious. Great to see you. And thank you so much for your support. All right, I got this wonderful last little tidbit here, which...
You're going to leave off with me dying inside, I imagine. Is that what we're going with?
All right, let me just say this. I don't know if this is real or not.
Okay.
I can't confirm this is real at all. But
Which always shows you the state of the world. When we can't tell, it just shows you how bad we're at. When we have Reese's toothpaste, that's where we're at.
Yeah, we have Reese's toothpaste. We have fried chicken toothpaste. And now apparently we have Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat apparently being trans here.
Well, that'll help Mortal Kombat sales. All right, let's hear it.
Like I said, I don't know if this is accurate. I cannot confirm this, but we're just going to talk about this as friends talking about this over here. Mortal Kombat creator Ed Boon confirms character Quan Chi has been transgender all along. So yeah, I personally headcanon him as Trans Mask, Boon explains. John and I created him with the intention for him falling somewhere under the trans umbrella. This is sourced as Game Informer over here. So this, by the way, is Quan Chi, the evil demon that is. And I don't know if I should be sad or if I should... talk about retconning your entire setup, your entire story if you make Quan Chi trans, but this is apparently a trans character here, apparently, according to this. So, Phoenix, your thoughts on Quan Chi being trans mask?
Well, I always knew, Craig. I'll tell you that. I always had a feeling, a sneaking suspicion. No, I mean, if this is true, and that's a big if, right? If this is true... I from my understanding, like Mortal Kombat, the past game or two has not been going so well. So this is certainly going to help with sales, I'm sure. And it goes back to the same question we've been asking forever. Why does this even matter? Why does anyone give a shit? These are immortal fighters fighting each other and fatalitying each other. There's flames that come out of their hands. Why do we care what their sexual orientation is or how they dress behind the scenes? I just don't understand why anyone would even give a shit, personally.
Now, there have been no credible sources to this.
Yes.
They said it was tagged as Game Informer, but there's been no statement from either Ed Boon or Game Informer about this, right? And the idea is that this has been designed to provoke reactions from gaming woke culture, right? And that's the idea. And then, if that's the case, fucking great, right? With that said, I think that you said it best. What does all this shit matter? And let's just say that was the case. My thought on this was really simple, right? Nothing about this made a whole lot of sense to me when it came to the timing of this. Let's just say hypothetically, this was the case. And Ed Boon did say Quan Chi was trans mask. And according to this original thing, John Tobias and I created him with the intention of him falling somewhere under the trans umbrella, which is, once again, I do think this is bullshit, personally.
Most likely.
And the reason of this is because the timing doesn't make sense on this at all. Okay? Quan Chi, the first time you met Quan Chi was in Mortal Kombat 4. When was Mortal Kombat 4 released? Phoenix, any idea on that?
Oh God, that's like 2002.
Keep going.
2005?
Can I say it?
Go back. Yes,
1997.
Correct. 1997. Really? Okay. So let's just say hypothetically, Ed Boon and John Tobias in 1997, when they were developing this character out, were like, you know something? I really think we need some trans mask representation here. That's total fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Because transgender awareness was not top of mind in pop culture, especially not gaming, in 1997. The term transgender was coined in 1965. Yeah, that's fine. But trans mask was not a thing until much later. And Google Trends data shows transgender searches were near zero until 2011. So exploding post 2014, right? So this doesn't make sense at all. So
and trans masks in particular is not actually transgender. It's one of those many things from the Tumblr era where they created non-binary is the most famous one there, but there is also a demisexual, demi-fluid, gender fluid, and various weird combinations that they would just make up. And trans mask basically just means that it's a woman that's more masculine. It's a borderline. It's like a weird mix between gender fluid and a non-binary. It's not actually being trans, but it's a very specific wording that they're using for trans mask in particular. It's just that just kind of seems weird to me, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, nothing about this screams accuracy at all.
But it shows you the signs of the times that we have to sit and ponder it, even though for a second. That's what just shows you the signs of the time. That could have been, who the hell knows.
Right. 100%.
But I still laugh at this stuff because it's kind of like if it was just reading the backstory of a character, trained in the monk wars of whatever and got the sword from this demon guy and then blah, blah, blah. And also hates cilantro. It's just, who gives a shit? It's the same kind of just, okay. And he likes to dress in ladies' clothing when no one's looking. Who gives a shit? Why is this in the story? I don't understand.
But I think it's total bullshit. But I guess this does, let's just say hypothetically, once again, let's just say hypothetically it is true. Okay? So if you perform a fatality on Quan Chi, are you transphobic?
That is correct. Bigot.
I equate this stuff to Dead by Daylight, where they have all the trans flags on the posts where you die. It's the same exact shit. Right? If you play Dead by Daylight, you'll know what I'm talking about. They literally have all these LGBTQ flags and BLM pride stuff. And then they also have the character that supposedly was voiced by a trans person. And it's the absolute ugliest thing you could ever see in your life. It's all right. Weird.
I mean, we could make say that like when you perform fatality and like rip their guts out, that's like a trans surgery, you know. And not to mention, I mean, he's just as passing as of the regular trans too, and he's evil demon. I'm just saying that there seems to be a lot of things they have in common.
I feel sorry for Ed Boon, honestly, in a situation like this, because people post this, they tag, and then everyone wants to go to him and be like, "Is this real Ed Boon?" And then it puts him in a shitty situation where, look, Mortal Kombat, the most recent one, did not perform very well, right? And I think a lot of it is because there was some cultural stuff in it, and people just decided to turn off. They didn't want to buy. But it forces him to make some sort of statement in this, because now what you're going to see is people like this post is probably doing more harm to Mortal Kombat than it is good. For this guy making 20 Twitter dollars for posting about it, like, people will not buy Mortal Kombat because of the misinformation that this guy has posted about this. And, you know, like, you wonder if a statement like this, let's just say it is not true, which I don't think it is, and just the timeline on it doesn't make sense. Could you hypothetically, in such a blatant lie like that, where they say it's sourced, could Ed Boon hypothetically come after this motherfucker in NetherRealm?
Potentially, but then obviously face the ramifications of why he's going after this hurtful post. You know,
so hurtful.
Yeah, let's play PR game, Craig. How would you get out of this? Let's say it's totally untrue. You're him. Yeah. This statement comes. Let's have some PR fun. What do you do?
As I would say, you know what I would say? Someone's sexuality and fetish has no bearing on how they want to conquer the world, or maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe or how maybe someone's sexual preferences and or sexual fetishes have no bearing on them wanting to perform a fatality on Scorpion. I would do something tongue in cheek like that, or something like that. But
yeah,
but like,
I think that
but what's the point of even responding to that nonsense? It's so
probably best to say nothing. Yeah,
probably not. And to put this in perspective, here's the Quan Chi ending of Mortal Kombat 4, a classic ending, which I think is a great way to really put a pin on just how great this truly was in 1994. Have you seen this before, Phoenix?
I don't think so.
This has notoriously some of the best acting in video game history.
As payment for your loyal services, Quan Chi, I grant you the gift of your existence. My existence? Understand, sorcerer. I consume all energies, including the life forces of all that live. But I shall spare you. If it weren't for me, you would still be a tortured soul, rotting in the pits of the netherrealm. You dare question me? I do more than question you, Shinnok. I challenge you. Then you shall die. What? Your powers are useless against me. How can this be? I am in possession of your once sacred amulet. Years ago, I delivered to you an exact duplicate, while I retained the original. I even fooled Raid. Now I am ruler supreme, and you, Elder God, are
I love exposition conversations. Just nothing but exposition. You can't defeat me because in 1812 I had this.
That's right.
I love that stuff.
One more. Hold on. I want to see him explode. I appreciate that his voice continued after he died. After he exploded over there.
Yeah, it's fun.
There you go. Well, that's now we know Quan Chi is gay. Or straight.
Trans mask, Biscuit. Get it right.
I don't know. I don't know I don't really care. Now we know Quan Chi is mentally ill.
There you go. That can work.
Perfect for the insane asylums.
That's right. All right, that's a great place to wrap. Hey, guess what? We got.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, I know. We got Today in Gaming History. I know. Just relax. Huh.
Yeah.
But first, we need to get an update on our giant throwdown, our showdown today. We have. I want to get this real quick. Michael says, as an Oilers fan, this Give this money to whoever Craig likes. The mayonnaise eating. Thank you so much for that, Michael. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I think after I look at the totals here.
Okay.
And we have Hex says Tran Mask is tomboy erasure. Put this towards Angry Joe. Send for Angry Joe. Thank you for that, Hex. And 5 from Das Pooch says brushing with baking soda and peppermint oil is top tier. Going on 25 years, no problems with enamel and no fillings. Dentist was it chode?
I'll tell him. Yeah.
Thanks, Das Pooch. All right, I have $5 waiting, but first let's get an update on our setup here. What do we have, Phoenix?
All right, here's the update. We've got $121.99 for Angry Mayo, and we've got $89.49 for Kami Mayo. That's the numbers thus far.
All right, I'm going to put my 5 towards Hasan Piker to tighten it up a little bit. Right now, you guys are saying that Angry Joe is the bigger mayo eater than Hasan Piker.
Look, his mouth is, he can't wait for it. Look at him.
Nom, 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 nom.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there. All right, we'll see. We'll see if this finishes up. Now's your chance to get in and decide who is the biggest mayo eater, Angry Joe or Hasan Piker. All right. Now we will. It's now the stretch run, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to it. But first, before we do, it's time for Today in Video Game History.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
Olive Garden can suck my tits.
So angry, so mad.
I'm small, but I'm angry.
You are. All right, Blaz, what do we got today?
Don't laugh at me. Anyway, March 2nd, everybody. Wario Land II was released in 1998. We have Ninja Gaiden released in 2004. And then Battlefield Bad Company 2 was released in 2010. Ta-da!
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Not bad, Blabs. Not bad. All right, some noticeable games that you missed today, though, Blabs. Real quick, Mal, did you have any thoughts on these games here? Any any of these?
Pretty solid.
Not really. I mean, I recognize Ninja Gaiden or Gaiden, however you pronounce that. Just like
Gaiden.
I've heard of it before. But 2 of these games are very old to me, and I was a small child when Battlefield came out. So I got the Zoomer debuff. I'm sorry.
I understand. That's totally fine. Some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs. Snowboard Kids 2 for the N64. Look at Phoenix coming out. He said, "I got it.
It's a rare one. I got it. Yeah.
That is a rare
there.
one.
Yeah.
Wow, look at it. What's that worth right now?
Oh, $350, something like that.
Wow.
I think.
Wow. All right.
I could be talking on my ass. I'm not sure.
Well, let me find out real fast. This
Okay.
This is important. Price charting Snowboard Kids 2. Let's see. Right here for the N64. All right. Loose price, $100.
So I was totally off.
You were absolutely off.
Yeah.
Some other noticeable games. WWF SmackDown, released in the year 2000, 26 years ago.
I only know the N64 ones. How were the PlayStation ones? Were they any good?
Some people will say that the PlayStation games for the WWF destroy the N64
Really?
games. Yes. Specifically, there's a game called Here Comes the Pain, which people swear by. It's fucking religion. So the N64 games are good.
Good.
Yes. So, all right. We also have this. So we have, let's see, Lifeline, MTX Motor Track, Ninja Gaiden. There's one down here with
Phantasy Star up there.
Yeah, but
Some
we also
people might
have
like that.
Mega Man Powered Up for the PSP. Now, not that type of powered up.
Climax, you come. All right.
No. Not that kind of powering up. Are you familiar with Mega Man Powered Up for the PSP?
I am not.
No, it was a remake of the original Mega Man, and it actually included 2 additional characters that were original to the game.
Interesting.
Yes, it was a cute little chibi style game for and here's a little bit of gameplay for you.
Oh, it's adorable.
Yeah, kind of, sorta. Not exactly like my type of game here. Let's pull up a little bit of like Bomb Man here, but I did not really like the chibi art style here. but it was for the PSP, which yeah, that's fine. Mega Man's going through like kind of weird puberty at this point. Not a huge fan of this.
Yeah, I'm
style.
not really under. I'm not sure who that's for. It's adorable, but I'm not sure what gamer would want that.
Oil Man was the new character in this game. Oil Man and who's the other one? Time Man. Yes, Oil Man and Time Man. So there you go. That was Mega Man powered up 20 years ago today. Let's see. Some other noticeable games that I'm scrolling without being on screen. Oh, this is actually kind of a big one here. Which, whether you like it or not, this game has made a shit ton of money. 10 years ago today, Clash Royale was released.
Yeah, that is a biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but since when do I include mobile games? Am I right?
I actually, Blabs, I'm still on your. I actually think your list is pretty good.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, my Zoomer brain says Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and I'm like, oh, I know that.
Did you like the Five Nights at Freddy's 3?
I have a weird love-hate relationship with Five Nights at Freddy's because I used to be a big fan of Markiplier back in the day. But I also, my biggest fear, like I literally have nightmares about this stuff, is animatronics, robots, that kind of stuff. Like that genuinely terrifies me. That kind of deal. So it's a weird thing of like I really hate it because it actually legitimately scares me. But I also enjoyed watching Markiplier play, so it's a weird like Stockholm syndrome type of deal.
Can I make you guys sick to your stomach?
Please.
No.
How much money do you think that Clash Royale has generated since its launch in 2016?
I wouldn't even know where to be. You know what? I'm going to swing for the fences. 1.4 billion.
Okay. Blabs, any guesses?
30 million.
Okay. Mal?
Like 50 billion, I guess. I have no clue.
50 billion?
Million.
Oh, you said
Good
billion.
Lord.
No, million.
That's Blab's number right there.
Well, I'll tell you what. You're both all wrong. As Clash Royale, since 2016, has generated $3.32 billion.
I'm leaving this planet.
Yes.
Can't believe their shitty ads actually were successful. Like, who actually played that
this planet
and paid money for that game? they're a meme for a reason.
In August, the latest revenue figures we have come from August 2025, where during that month, in 30 days, it generated $105 million. That's $3 million a day, y'all.
That's a lot of chicken sandwiches.
Can I just say, like, a million years ago, I made a game, and I made a game on mobile, and I was like, I'm very much against microtransactions. I'm not going to do this.
Yep.
And no, obviously, I didn't have any adverts. I was a nobody. But I was like, oh, you know what? Okay, I've released it. I'm going to do as a quick experiment, I'm just going to see. For my own little research, I'm going to make it free and put microtransaction it's still sold nothing. But that one, it was way more popular than the other one, which was just like really depressing for me to see because that seems to be the market. So
to put that in perspective, it made $145,833 per hour during that month. So there's that. So
attaboy.
Attaboy there.
Mm-hmm.
That is $2,430 per minute. Yes. And every second, Clash Royale was generating $40.51 a second. That's a lot. That's a lot of lot of sticky notes. Tell you what,
that's quite a bit.
Yes. Coming soon, side scrollers Royale. Available only on your iOS devices. All right. Great place to wrap today. Mal, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me on.
It's always a pleasure to have you. Do you have anything coming up you wanted to share about or anything going on?
I mean, I have a stream myself later tonight at 7:45 p.m. EST. And then after that, I mean, it's just my regular normal streaming schedule. And then the Vampire Campaign on Artist Channel, though that'll be on the 13th. In that case. So, yeah. Some nice things up ahead.
We'll put links to Mal's channel down below for everybody. Everyone can check it out.
You.
We have Plague Doctor for 10 says, thanks to Marathon last week. Lots of fun to watch, even when Blabs cheated. Talking about the arcade.
I didn't fucking cheat.
Unbelievable cheating.
You literally
what a cheater would
jumped
say.
on me, trying to get the freaking game away from me. I was trying to drive. Dick.
It's so upsetting to hear you resort to this, Blabs. Like, honestly.
Now get fucked. You owe me a chicken sandwich.
Unbelievable. No, you owe everybody a chicken sandwich.
I didn't go back and watch the video.
Just blatant disregard for rules. It's crazy.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Phoenix, I don't know if anyone's told you this before, but you are the Martin Scorsese of live streaming.
Thank you very much, Plague Doctor.
Happy birthday, genius.
Thank you.
It's good. Game Hunter says, looking forward to beating Concord 3 before the servers go down. Beat Woke Games as a fun punishment to spite the activists. All my money on Rastin because he's obsessed over Asman. I mean, Mayo. That's for Hasan.
Who is that for?
Hasan.
10 for Pike.
And Reese came in and says, mobile gaming caters to people who don't really care about gaming, which is why they have so much disposable income that they're willing to throw money into microtransactions. Thank you, Reese. All right, let's get a final update. Who is the biggest? What?
You have to. I think you have a 5 that you have to give me for who's.
No, I already gave it to Hasan.
Oh, you did. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Then we're ready to go.
Let's see it.
This is it.
And the winner of Mayo eating. Go ahead, Phoenix.
121.99 for Angry Joe and 104.49 for Hasan, which means the winner is Angry Joe. Why didn't that cut to it?
Well, congratulations to Angry Joe.
There it is.
There he is. To give a victory speech on behalf of Angry Joe and his incredible ability to eat mayonnaise. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mal.
Well, as the resident mayo eater that eats them by the gallons per month, I am very happy to speak on Joe's behalf as one of the mayo people, a mayo monkey myself.
Oh, wow.
This is a high honor and high praise. Thank you so much, chat. I know it was really tough, especially there with that tie at those $76.99 there, but we made it through. We made it through together as mayo eaters.
Well, thank you. I'll tell you this. I do think that there was a slur in there when you said mayo monkey. I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
That's like about as harsh as you can get right there. Shiny came in with 10, says, met Joe back in the day. He made good content before chugging the Kool-Aid. Great to meet Phoenix and K Friday. Thanks for putting on the event. Next time we face each other in air hockey, Craig, I'll not use my left hand. I'm coming for the mitts. Shiny Norris, thank you very much for the 10 right there. Appreciate that. And you cannot defeat me in anything. Ha! I'm an arcade wizard. All right, time to go. We'll see you guys tomorrow when we're back again with...
We got a lot of VTubers again this week. We have Mizuki, we have Straub, and we have Rev Says Desu.
Excellent. All right. Coming up in about 30 minutes over on YouTube, we got a video dropping. Make sure you guys tune in for that. And we'll be slicing and dicing up segments. So make sure you guys watch all of the segments again if you guys miss anything. Or if you want to just hang out with us more in virtual form, you can do that, which is great. Hit the thumbs up button on your way and have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.
Fatality.